You're listening to Sister Stargazers, celestial and terrestrial observations and advice from two real-life sisters.
Welcome, fellow stargazers. Your sisters are in the house. Hi, Jude. How's it going?
Hey there, Sarah. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm really excited because we're about to enter a new season of Sagittarius.
Yeah, a new realm of influence. Sagittarius, yeah.
And this week is episode 63. We're looking at Sunday, the 20th of November through roughly Saturday, the 26th, the holiday week for us. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, we can start on Sunday. Well, actually, if you look at the whole week and just a couple of words about it, the whole week is about Sagittarius.
Yes.
And Sagittarius is the best, most jovial, broad-thinking, open-minded, jokester, ruled by Jupiter, very smart and kind of athletic and virtuous at the same time, all in one package. That's Sagittarius. But we open the week, the sun is still in Scorpio, late Scorpio, 28 degrees Scorpio on Sunday the 20th, and it makes a trine up to Jupiter in Pisces. Confidence, abundant, feeling optimistic, sunny, feeling very sunny, and feeling the expansion of horizons.
Awesome.
That's that trine from Scorpio sun to Jupiter in Pisces. So it's water sign to water sign. Okay. And there's a sense of emotional fullness, like you can do this. Like you have it. You have it together. You can move along, So moving through the week, now we have a new moon in Sagittarius on Wednesday.
Yes.
Right at the first degree of Sagittarius. Right. And this is the beginning of a series of new moon lunations, which are going to be happening at 1 degree of their sign.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of power in those early degrees because they take on the freshness, the newness of that particular, the qualities of that particular sign. Right. And as they progress, as the sun moves through whatever sign it's in and it accumulates experience, by the time it gets to the 29th degree, it can sometimes tip into the more negative aspects of that qualities of that sign. Right. But the first degrees of the new sign are the freshest, the most exhilarating, the most have the most enthusiasm, the most energy. Nice. So this is a week where all of that is coming together because we already have Mercury and Venus in Sagittarius.
Yes, ahead of the sun.
On Monday the 21st, Mercury will conjunct Venus. Right. So this is really great, again, in Sagittarius for flowing social conversation, light, enthusiastic, spirited conversation. Yep. There's also an element of compromise and agreement, harmonious interaction, and a real love of beauty. Right. These are all magnified in Sagittarius because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So, so this whole conversation with Mercury conjunct Venus, any communication can take on a sweeter, more harmonious, fuller, more. There's a fullness, but there's also an appreciation kind of built into the communication now. Okay, great. It's really lovely. Yeah. And it kind of flows right through the week because Mercury and Venus are tracking together. Right. So the sun enters Sagittarius on the 22nd, Tuesday. Yay. So did I say Sagittarius was ruled by Jupiter and is also just a big adventure seeker. Yeah. So Sagittarius loves adventure, loves to broaden their horizons. That's great. Loves to reach for the stars, likes to take on tasks that no one else can imagine, right? So big ideas, big thinker. Go Sagittarius. At the same time that the sun enters Sagittarius on the 22nd, the moon's in Scorpio, and the moon is going to oppose Uranus in Taurus. Okay. And so this opposition, moon in Scorpio, the moon is going to be where the sun was at the time of the full moon lunar eclipse on the 8th of November. Yes. So the moon is coming into the position of where the sun was, opposing Uranus in Taurus. Okay. So there may be a reprise, like an echo of the issues that came up at the time of that eclipse, that full moon eclipse the 8th.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then at the same time, and the moon is in that position where the sun was at 17, 18 degrees of Scorpio, it's going to make a square over to Saturn. So this is again kind of echoing back to the Saturn-Uranus square, which is in play still. It's going to be waning as the year finishes up.
At last.
But it's still in play right now. So you have this T-square from the moon in Scorpio to Saturn, making a square, and then Saturn making a square to Uranus, and then moon making an opposition to Uranus. So it's like a T square is called, and that can create some tension.
Right.
And if there are unresolved issues around that previous full moon lunation, which was also the eclipse, those might also come up now again.
Okay.
So this is like a 2-week kind of window here where we're still dealing with some issues, but the position of the moon on Tuesday, the 22nd, will really stretch that issue, whatever it was. It will help you to see it better.
Great.
Maybe you're on the other side of it.
Yeah.
It might resolve it. Because the moon has made all of that travel from where it was up in Taurus all the way down to where the sun was in Scorpio.
Right.
So there might be a resolution of the issues that you were facing at the time of that eclipse.
Excellent.
You know, you still need the patience, moon square Saturn is all about patience.
Yep.
Moon opposition Uranus is going to give you that tension, and you want to just avoid being willful.
Yeah.
Because Scorpio can rev up some energy to be revengeful and willful.
Yeah.
So you just want to keep an eye on that.
Good advice.
But then the moon enters Sagittarius on the 23rd.
Yeah, with the sun.
Wednesday the 23rd. So this is conjuncting the sun at 6:57 p.m. So this is a time of new beginnings.
Yeah, new moon.
Should also say that, any time, Sunday, the 20th, Monday, the 21st, Tuesday, the 22nd, this is the balsamic moon phase. So just before that new moon in Sagittarius, it's a great time when the moon is waning, giving up the last bit of its light. Balsamic means healing.
Yep.
So it's a great time to put wishes on, out there, on the air, on the ethers, wishes for healing in general, for yourself, for your family, friends,
community,
in general. Now that the moon is in this Scorpio, just before it goes into making the new moon with the sun, that conjunction, you can really pull on the deepest, most authentic feelings.
Fabulous.
To utilize that energy for healing.
Great.
Yeah, no, it's great. Really a harmonious time.
Yeah.
And at the same time that conjunction is going on, Jupiter goes direct. So the sun and the moon are in Jupiter's sign, Sagittarius, and Jupiter's up in Pisces, which it also rules, going direct. We start the week on Sunday with Sun trine Jupiter, and then we get to midweek, and Jupiter goes direct with the conjunction of the sun and the moon in its own sign of Sagittarius. It's going direct in Pisces, moving back towards Aries. It's a really great omen. It's a great time when we're looking at the chart of this moon, this lunation for the upcoming month. There's a lot of opportunity. Jupiter represents opportunity.
Fantastic.
There may be opportunities that were missed because Jupiter was retrograde, or maybe they were not seen as being opportunities.
Right.
But now that Jupiter's going direct, you may have a second chance at obtaining some of these opportunities, or you may understand what you missed in terms of being able to apply that opportunity, or maybe that it was a good thing that you missed.
Right.
It wasn't such a great opportunity after all.
Exactly.
So these are all things that might be in the works for you, but there is this sense of this next coming month of great opportunity because Jupiter is going direct, and it's also going direct at the time of this new moon, which sets the tone for the upcoming month, the upcoming lunation.
It's fantastic.
So
fabulous.
New moon to new moon. So watch in the next 2 weeks for opportunities to arise, for ideas. Like Jupiter's really, especially making that trine back to the sun at the beginning of the week, about ideas. Jupiter is big on ideas, generating ideas. And as the sun moves into Sagittarius, those ideas could be seeds planted at the time of this new moon. So
amazing.
You might be revising an application that you put in at some point And you might be able to revise it enough so that you have a better opportunity, have a better chance of having success with it in this next round, whatever it is.
For a job.
Yeah, business.
Yep.
Any business opportunities that you thought you might have missed, you could reapply for them. So it's a really great time for thinking optimistically, especially if you've really been working to release and eliminate those bad habits or weaknesses that you might feel you have, or build a new constructive habits. This will give you the vision, the optimism to be able to see the value in that. On the other side.
Yes.
Like if you work for 27 days to get 27 days is basically a lunation, 28 days.
Yep, 30 days.
So, if you dropped all the the negative self-talk and all the excuses and all the reasons why you can't do something, all of that.
Now's the time.
Now is the best time for envisioning. You have the planets on your side. You have all this energy supporting you to envision the new and to really envision and kind of sculpt your reality going forward.
That's so great. Time to dream big.
Yeah, and then there's Thanksgiving on the 24th. The moon in Sag conjuncts Mercury and Venus. So it's, again, like the moon in Sagittarius, bringing our feelings to our conversations, our communication. Venus is like all about appreciation and gratitude. It's like a perfect setup for a holiday like this. Especially this year where there's so much to be grateful for, coming out of the last 2 years and really reviewing this year.
Well, do you want to look at the Sabian symbol for Sagittarius?
Yes, let me get the book.
New moon in Sagittarius at 2 degrees. While you're looking that up, I just want to mention the card that came out this week, which is the 7 of Pentacles. And as you're talking about being grateful or reflecting upon opportunities or looking at what opportunities may be ahead for us now in this time entering Sagittarius, this is a card, it's a very fruitful card. There's this figure and they're standing with a hoe. They're kind of leaning on a garden rake, a garden hoe, staring at this bush that is bearing fruit. And the fruit are the 7 pentacles, which pentacles are about value and abundance and investment and reaping the rewards of the work that you've done. And it could be that this card is about looking forward to what's going to be coming, especially with this Jupiter Sagittarius aspect, or it could be about, putting the effort into growing the thing that you want to see. It could be that these pentacles are just the seeds of something that's going to grow bigger, but taking the time to be there with the garden, with the work you've done. It could even literally be being out in the garden and just enjoying the fruits of the labor and looking forward to what more could come. And that it's your work and that you've done it and that you can enjoy, contemplate, celebrate, and be ready for whatever the next thing is coming forward. I love this card. It's really, it's a very peaceful and abundant and hopeful card. Anyway, the Sabian symbol.
All right. Well, yes, I've got the Sabian symbol right here. So it's number 2. It would be the 2nd degree.
Right.
Even though it's happening at 1 degree, it's 1 degree in some odd minutes. So it's rounded up.
Yep.
So it's white-capped waves display the power of wind over sea. So I'm thinking that there's a power here, that the wind is generating this power over the ocean, right? And it's kind of whipping up the waves. So there's a lot of energy available to us. What I'm getting from this degree reading is that there's a lot of energy available to us during this lunation. He continues on, I'll just read it briefly. Wind and sea are in constant interplay. And so these are also like air and water, right?
Yes.
So these two elements, they're in constant interplay, and the results of that interplay are inspiring and beautiful. In symbolism, the wind, parentheses, pneuma is the early Greek word for spirit, parentheses. The wind is associated with spiritual dynamism. The stirring of deep energies this dynamism produces obeys cosmic or superpersonal rhythms, the power of which is irresistible. I'm thinking that these elements, it might be also a call, like your card, right?
Yes.
The 7 of Pentacles, a call to be out in nature, right? Looking at the power of how nature brings things to harvest.
I love that.
Like
yes.
these energies, how they rise, how they produce, and then how they regenerate.
Yeah, the cycles, yes.
And Sagittarius is a mutable season.
Yes.
It's transferring the power of Scorpio into the structural power of Sagittarius. So it's this intermediating force. I'm really thinking about how there might be available to us this potential, and with all of the supporting elements that are going on in Sagittarius, all the personal planets, this potential to be able to further our ambitions.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
Not ambition as it's used in like this negative sense, like, oh, they're so ambitious and that has kind of a negative connotation, like greed.
Or competitive. And it seems too that this idea of the wind whipping up the ocean could also be about finding the ambition of our soul purpose. And that the ocean being what's below or what's underneath or what's subconscious, and the wind going down, stirring up, whipping it up and taking it to flight.
Yes, exactly. Right. And so that surface is not calm. I mean, even though it feels like the vibe of this moon and the chart itself has this certain energetic kind of stirring that's going on that is calling us up, you know, calling things forward that we have been kind of sitting on or maybe thinking about, maybe wondering if we could do it. But
and even if we have the courage finding the courage to do it.
This is the time.
Now is the time. You have it. You have what you need. Jude, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in and listening. We are so grateful for you. Remember that you can reach us anytime at connect@SisterStargazers.com. We really enjoy getting your emails. And on Monday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern, you can tune into WMPG.org to hear our live half-hour call-in astrology show. And we love taking calls. Jude, thanks again so much. So good information.
Yeah, thank you. It's awesome. Yeah, and enjoy the holiday, everyone. And
Happy Thanksgiving.
We are grateful for your patronage and your listening support. We're just really excited about this work. So
sure, yep.
We really appreciate your listening.
Thanks, Jude. All right, everyone, you know where to find us and to tune in next week for more celestial advice. Thanks, Jude. See you later.
Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to Sister Stargazers. Let us know what worked for you this week. Find us on Facebook and post a comment at Sister Stargazers.